It's weird. We got Trump with one system, and the globals are trying to implode things to consolidate it. How are the two going to collapse? This conquest, collapse economy, rent-seeking economy, the gulag you talk about, versus this prosperity train. How do those two collide?
It's going to be, as we were alluding to, there's going to be a lot of wind shear, or there's going to be a lot of opposing forces. Obviously, the stock market is at all-time highs, pushing 20,000. He's at $1 trillion in value there. It's been an unbelievable move. Warren Buffett is now in the 400 billion club with his company, Berkshire Hathaway, Apple Computer, Google, which is now called Alphabet. And
the Japanese said, we love the new attitude, 50 billion, day one.
Yeah, but, the markets, mea culpa, the idea was that this would be a market loser. You'd have an immediate downtick in markets with a Trump victory. And I think just about every pundit in the world was of that mind.
I didn't think that.
Okay, fair enough. And you had this enormous rally on the back of the Trump victory. And it shows you
I'll say this is a lot bigger than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, it's a huge rally. And
what's going on? People just know they're going to get their taxes cut, so they're going to spend more. Did you hear how the restaurants are seeing surges? They're going
to cut taxes. They're comparing it to Reagan, but here's a big difference. Reagan, when Reagan came into office, interest rates were very, very high. They were 17, 18, 19% on interest rates, and you had
that'd been Paul Volcker.
And then Volcker came in, and they started bringing interest rates down for 25, 30 years. And as a result, the bond market's been doing great for 25 or 30 years. Well, now when Trump's coming into office, the bond market, you have interest rates at 1% or 2%. The bond market's already at rock bottom. Interest rates already at rock bottom levels. And so the idea that you're going to have that kind of move down in rates again to sustain this move is really hard to imagine that's possible. So I think you're definitely gonna. I would say this, buy the election, sell the inauguration. That's how I would play this. I think on the election, people exuberantly got back in there, said they're going to deregulate.
You're saying buy up until the 20th, sell on the 20th or before.
I think on the inauguration, you're going to have a pullback.
Are you saying sell by Friday the 20th?
Yeah, I think first of all, don't do what I'm saying, because in the last 2 or 3 years, my stock market analysis has been extremely inconsistent, because it's just been you're talking about fake news for a second.
Well, even the elite are losing control.
Fake news comes from something called fake prices. Fake prices, there's an old saying on Wall Street called price precedes news. And typically markets are discounting mechanisms, and you'll see the price movement in stocks or bonds or commodities, and then the news will come out, because the insiders are very sensitive and they talk to each other.
Sure, they want to know what's going to happen before, so they can make their moves.
Price precedes news. Now, I would say that fake prices precede fake news. So when people talk about fake news, they don't understand it's the result of fake prices. All the false government statistics that have come out, all the market manipulation, the precious metals, all the kind of insider.
Sure, and you've got fake news reporting on fake economic numbers.
Right, and you have robots who are trading on this fake prices, and then that spills over into fake news. So
So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It is. It always is in markets.
More than 20 years ago, when I started InfoWars, I was a fitness addict. As time went on, my metabolism slowed down. I quit working out. I was working 18 hours a day, and I gained right at 100 pounds. I started to exercise really hard again, and I started to try to eat healthier. Started taking third-party supplements. Started seeing some more gains. But when I started working with Dr. Group and some of the other top formulators in the country, they said, Alex, it's all about trace elements and things that the population is absolutely deficient in. Boom, weight started pouring off. Toxins started coming out of my body. Then, by early 2016, I was in the best shape of my life since I'd been in really good shape in my 20s. But the election heated up. I started working 14, 15, 16 hours a day. But more importantly, I stopped taking the supplements because we rearranged the kitchen and somebody took the Lazy Susan off the kitchen table where I took some every morning, and I just kind of forgot about it. It was out of sight, out of mind. And so then I realized this morning, I said, we're going to put the Lazy Susan back on the table, and I'm going to start taking it religiously again. And I'm going to work out like I've been the last few weeks at the same level. It's the holiday, so I'll probably eat more. And whatever the results are, I'm going to publish the findings. It's December 5th, 2016. We're only like 25 days from 2017, and I want to invite all of the info warriors of every race, color, and creed that bleed red blood and love liberty, justice, and truth to make our bodies great again.